Another town, another deal. Her memorized the passenger seat. And every mile her name repeats. I left her heart in Tennessee, fighting ghosts inside of me, but the wind keeps whispering through. Boy, you know where you're driving to. I'm going back to her. Yeah, I can't fight it. Fire we had, I still ignite it. Every road just burns in her name, and I'm tired of running from the flame. She's my truth, my heart, my turn. Yeah, I'm going back to her. The radio plays our favorite tune. That summer night beneath the moon, I see her eyes in every sign. The way she smiles still owns my mind. Whiskey nights I tried to hide, the fool I was, the tears I cried. Now I'd give up the life I've learned for one more chance to be her world. I'm going back to her. Yeah, I can't fight it. The fight we had, I still ignite it. Every road just burns in her name, and I'm tired of running from the flame. She's my truth, my heart, my turn. Yeah, I'm going back to her. If she's still waiting down that line, I'll fall into those arms of mine. I trade my pride for one last dance to show her I believe in second chance. Somewhere past those city lights, there's forgiveness in her eyes. I've been broken, I've been wrong, but love like that can still stay strong. The sky is painted red and gold, like the story we left untold. And if she hears this song tonight, I hope it pulls her back to life. I'm going back to her, I can't deny it. The beat of her heart, I still rely on it. Every mile just sings her tune. I'm racing home beneath the moon. She's my reason, my truth, my turn. Yeah, I'm going back to her. Losing her, you know what home feels like. I see her porch light through the rain, 1,000 miles washed down the pain. If she opens that door tonight, I swear I'll never say goodbye. I'm going back to her, yeah, I'm done fighting that spark inside. She keeps igniting every dream I chased away. Led me back to where she stays. She's my peace, my truth, my turn. Yeah, I'm going back to her. And if she's waiting when I return, then I'm finally home with her.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Sitting here with a beer on draft, ain't hard to tell what you're looking at. Well, by the way, baby, it's so strong. Maybe if you're thinking about making that pass. Sipping there on the sideline, trying to pick out your pickup line. Well, if you take too long, I'll be long gone. Let me tell you why. I won't be here till the last round. Won't be waiting around when the clock runs out and you're sloppy drunk and about passed out. Don't fumble this, babe, on the first down. Ain't playing the games that some girls do. I'm a hell of a cat, so come and make your move. Ain't no take me home only cause it's last call chick. Baby, I'm a first round pick. But now you're only one drink in, and it's looking like a guaranteed win. But if you get a few doubles, gonna get in real trouble. So you better make a call real quick. No, I won't be here till the last round. Won't be waiting around when the clock runs out and you're sloppy drunk and about passed out. Don't fumble this, babe, on the first down. Ain't playing the games that some girls do. I'm a hell of a cat, so come and make your move. Ain't no take me home only cause it's last call chick. Baby, I'm a first round pick. Ain't no scoreboard keeping track, but before you throw another one back, no, I won't be here till the last round. Won't be waiting around when the clock runs out and you're sloppy drunk and about passed out. Don't fumble this, babe, on the first down. Ain't playing the games that some girls do. I'm a hell of a cat, so come and make your move. Ain't no take me home only cause it's last call chick. Baby, I'm a first round pick. Oh, first round pick. Baby, I'm a first round. Baby, I'm a first round. Baby, I'm a first round pick. Oh, baby, I'm a first round. Baby, I'm a first round. Baby, I'm a first round.
That is the brand new single out to country radio from my good friend Anna Scott. Anna Scott Music all over social media. It is called First Round Pick. I'd pick that song second, actually, tonight, but it is definitely a hit song. Anna Scott Music on social media. Jace Hart, Jace, Jace Hart Country. We're kicking off the show tonight with another great tune called Back to Her. Welcome to the Tim Kelly Show from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. It is Indie Wednesday. I hope your week's going great. We're getting you right through the hump day, middle of the week, and I've got 3 hours of the best in new country music and some great radio interviews tonight as well. Wade Lynch is going to join me in hour number 1. Chris Hughes in hour number 2. You're going to get to hear 3 songs from both of them and the stories behind them, and lots of great country music on the radio tonight. I want to thank all of the stations that replay this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium. We are also on downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Radio 94.3 in Sweden, 957 hotandfunkyradio.com, KWradio.com, Boone Country Radio in Canada, TexasBrewRadio.com in Texas, NBRNonline.com in Nashville, Tennessee, and the Music Room in the UK. You can stream the Tim Kelly Show on all the major streaming services like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Pandora, wherever you get your music. Just Google search The Tim Kelly Show. I was searching TikTok the other night and I found this artist, and I'm going to play him tonight and tag him in the post, and hopefully we can wake him up and get a great radio interview going. That would be awesome. His name is Kenny Whitmire. It is Whitmire. Kenny Whitmire. This is called You're Getting Colder on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on this Indie Wednesday.
We were on fire, burning desire, just a couple of struck fools. But baby, it's raining, things have been changing, and I can feel you growing cool. It's like the clouds are moving lower. You're getting colder. We're getting closer to bridges burned. It's like the spring turned to October. You used to light up just like the July sun. What happened, girl? You were so sure I was the right one. And if you think I'm fine with giving up, goodbye and it's over. You're getting colder. We can get past it. We ain't all ashes. There's still something here to say. All that I know is I can't be the only one throwing fuel on our old flame. 'Cause right now I'd have to say you're getting colder. We're getting closer to bridges burned. It's like the spring turned to October. You used to light up just like the July sun. What happened, girl? You were so sure I was the right one. And if you think I'm fine with giving up, goodbye and it's over. You think I'm fine with giving up, goodbye and it's over. You're getting colder. Oh, you're getting colder.
New sound.
Turn that dial up, let the good vibes drown.
All those same old songs, we're letting them go.
Fresh tracks rolling on the Tim Kelly Show.
It's Indie Wednesday.
Sing it out loud.
New indie country.
Stand up proud.
Heartland stories you ain't heard yet. Tim Kelly's got the best you'll get.
It's Indie Wednesday. Come on, come on.
New indie country all night long. Tim Kelly's playing what you need today. The Tim Kelly Show.
Small town stages to the big wide sky.
First time spinning, give them all a try.
One listen and you wanna hit replay. Tim's got the future on your airwaves.
It's Indie Wednesday.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
That doesn't roll. You're the core of my faith, the truth and the way. You're the rock that doesn't roll. You're the firm foundation and the cornerstone. The times are ever changing, the world's been rearranging, but you are unshakable. You remain the same, strong and stable, grounded and unbreakable. You can move a mountain, but no one from my good friend Brenda Best. She is the best. That is called Rock That Doesn't Roll, a Garrett Christian gospel song. And you can check out the video to it on my TV channel. That is ICTV. That stands for Indie Country Television. You can find that tab at the top of the homepage at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. That is right. We're radio and we are television as well. I love putting this next gentleman on the radio. He is my good friend Scotty Campbell. This is called Louisiana Smoke Show on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
I saw her walking down Bourbon with a fire in her stride. Magnolia perfume cutting through the night. Cowboy boots on cracked old stone, but she shines like gold I'll never own. She's the kind that makes the world slow down. Every head turns when she's in town. I ain't here for a quick flame to burn and fade. I'm dreaming about forever, not a one-night stage. She's a Louisiana smoke show, hotter than July, way out of my league, but I still gotta try. Not just a spark I can't hold. I want a love that'll never grow old. I'll chase her till the last curtain call, hoping one day she'll see it all. This country boy's heart won't let go of that Louisiana smoke show. I took her dancing out by the levee lights, river rolled on under starry skies. She laughed at my stories, leaned into my song, said, boy, you've been chasing me all night long. I tipped my head and prayed she'd stay. She smiled and stole my breath away. There ain't a diamond in the bayou that could outshine her eyes. And I'll keep running this road till she's riding by my side. She's a Louisiana smoke show, hotter than July, way out of my league, but I still gotta try. Not just a spark I can't hold. I want a love that'll never grow old. I'll chase her till the last curtain call, hoping one day she'll see it all. This country boy's heart won't let go of that Louisiana smoke show. She's a storm I'll never tame, a wildfire calling my name. If forever takes a lifetime, Lord, I'll stand tall. I'll fight for that flame till the final fall. She's a Louisiana smoke show, hotter than July, way out of my league, but I still gotta try. Not just a spark I can't hold. I want a love that'll never grow old. I'll chase her till the last curtain call, hoping one day she'll see it all. This country boy's heart won't let go of that Louisiana smoke show. Yeah, I'll never let go of my Louisiana smoke show.
This hour of the Tim Kelly Show is sponsored by Roses and Weeds. Check out Roses and Weeds on the sponsors tab at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com and at rosesandweeds.com.
Turn down the lights in this room. Baby, come and kiss me. We got nothing to lose. Reckless desire builds up the fire, hard and strong. We're all alone. Turn off your phone. Leave
troubles you hold, just let them fall, but leave your loving on. I think it's time your heart and mine tear down these walls we hide behind. Baby, let's go back when you first kissed me like that. We made love all night long. Just close your eyes, lay right there. Surrender to these tender moments that we share.
Listen to my song, ain't nothing wrong when you leave your loving on. Right where we belong, ambition's gone.
Nothing but loving on.
His name is Caleb Moses. Her name is Taryn Keeley. Together they make up a great country music duo. They are called Roses and Weeds. Roses and Weeds, one of the newest sponsors of the Tim Kelly Show. You can go to my sponsors tab on my website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. Scroll down until you see their really cool logo, a combination of roses and weeds. Click that logo. It'll take you right to their website and everything they've got going on in the world of music. And they do have it going on. I love me some Roses and Weeds. And of course, I'm rocking that Roses and Weeds merch all the time on the program. I'm drinking out of their tumbler right now. And I'm wearing Brian Mullins t-shirt tonight. I'll play him a little bit later on in the program. We got a great program. We're just getting started. And my first radio interview is coming up after one more song from A.K. Cody. It is called Shake the Room. Let's do that right now on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
Underneath the neon glow, I hear the music play. Everybody's in the zone, sipping worries away. Feel the rhythm in our bones as the nighttime starts to unfold. Pass around the bottle while the fire's getting out of control. Now, baby, we can hold back, sipping on some old Jack. Friday night, dancing to the morning light. If we're gonna party like falling in some heartache. Tonight, we're gonna shake, shake, shake the room. Underneath the neon moon. Shake, shake, shake the room. Underneath the neon moon. This is our time to let all the good vibes flow. We won't hold back, it's our time to let it all go. So let's lose ourselves in the glowing light. Drinking and dancing, everything feels right. We're dancing till the dawn with no reason to stop what we're doing. Now, baby, we can
shake, shake the room underneath the neon moon. Shake, shake, shake the room underneath the neon moon.
Listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Indie Wednesday. I'm playing the best in new country music, and I've got some great radio interviews in the program tonight. You get to hear the story behind these next three songs with my good friend Wade Lynch. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic, Tim.
I'm doing great as well. Thanks for the time tonight. I appreciate your time and appreciate the music you make, man.
Absolutely. It's fun to do.
You got some great songs. Yeah, you're great at it. And so you're from the great state of Texas, and I know Texas has got a great history and great country music right now. I get a bunch from down there.
Oh, yeah. We've got quite a bit right here in Fort Worth. It's a hot spot.
Yeah, definitely. My wife is actually from that area. Her dad is buried in Laurel Land Cemetery, where Stevie Ray Vaughan is also buried.
Okay. Yeah.
So we laid him to rest about 8 years ago, but we have gone down there quite a bit, and Cross Plains and Forney, Texas. She's got some relatives in those areas too, so we went there back in 24. So we got to go on a week's vacation and visit Texas. You guys got a lot of great places to play down there too, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's unlimited pretty much if you can get into them.
Yeah, right. Well, this show's pretty the same way. I'll tell you what, I'm booking these interviews like crazy, and I'm glad we could get you in because I wanted to hear the stories behind your song. So tell us that journey in country music and how it kind of got started for you.
Well, I tell you what, I've been singing since I was little in church, and my mom got me singing, and so we went in from that. And I've always loved music, but I've never really gotten to play it. My parents wouldn't buy me a guitar or anything whenever I was little, so whenever me and my wife got together and everything, she was like, you need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a guitar and started taking lessons from the worship director that we were going to church with, and then he went and got married, and I was out on my own, so
Wow.
I never got a full training on playing guitar. I piddled around and taught myself the rest, but started writing some songs and going and just recording them on my phone and everything, just to get a feel for it and see how people liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And then here in Denton, there's a songwriting guild. So I was like, okay, well, I'll join that.
Yeah.
And every month they put out a new prompt. We'd all put in ideas for prompts, and they'd draw three. We'd vote on them, and that would be the prompt for the next month. And somewhere in that song, that prompt had to be in it.
Okay.
And that's actually where Getting Over You came from.
That is super interesting. You know, I just interviewed Trisha Marie up in Michigan for the second time, and she told me she has a friend come over, and they play this game, and they say, hey, give me 5 words. And whatever those 5 words are, they're going to try to make a song out of it. So I thought that was interesting. I love the idea about doing a prompt thing, too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's difficult because you have a month to get everything written and get it all set up.
Yep.
And it makes you think, so that brings out more and more things.
Right.
And so that's where Getting Over You came from.
That's
but
awesome.
It's basically from my ex-wife. It was okay. And I was heavy drinking back then,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was one more shot of Getting Over You.
Yeah.
And I used to joke with everybody after I got it written and everything. I was like, this would make a great drinking song, because every time I say take another shot, take a shot.
Right. There you go.
So, but yeah, it came from basically her not caring about anything except for herself, and
Yeah.
me just trying to get out of it. So,
Right. Those songs are the best. They resonate with you, but a lot of other people are going through the exact same thing. And I think what was really interesting, what you said, is that your current wife wants you to sing, and she thinks you need to be doing something with it. And boy, that makes you feel good when you have somebody, your better half, that sees that talent and is really pushing you to do something, isn't it?
Well, the funny thing is she sings too.
Oh, okay.
She's classically trained. She was in choir and everything, and in theater whenever she was in school.
Yeah.
So she's got a musical background. I've got a musical background. My son, who is now 15, he was 9 years old, open strumming Garth Brooks in his bedroom on my guitar. And I was sitting in the bedroom, and I walked in there, and I was like, boy, if you're going to play this thing, you're going to learn some chords. And by the end of the day, he knew 4 chords.
Wow.
He is a just genius when it comes to music, because he plays trombone in the marching band.
Yeah.
And he wants to play for DCI, which is Drum Corps International, professional marching band. And a lot of them don't use trombones. So the middle school band director where my wife works sent a marching baritone home with him. And the next day he was playing it like he had played it for years.
Wow.
But yeah, he plays guitar. He taught himself electric. He taught himself bass. And then my daughter sings in theater. So,
you know, for the young kids, that is really interesting, because for the young kids, there's so much distractions now. We got all this cell phone technology. Everybody's on those. There's video games. There's all this other stuff. And when somebody shows that kind of interest in music and spends time doing it, and and can even teach theirself without reading music. I talk to a lot of artists, and they're not even young anymore, that still can't read music, and they just learned how to play the guitar. I think that's amazing.
Well, I have that band background. I was in a band. I played trombone for 8 years. So, and when I was 5, I took piano lessons for a little while, and so I've been able to read music for a long time.
Yeah,
that's awesome. But teaching going in and doing guitar, you go from reading the notes on the page to it's a chord chart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I just had to figure out the strum pattern. How's this thing supposed to go? And so once you figure that out, it gets pretty easy.
Yeah. Now, being down there in Texas, you've got a lot of that red dirt country down there, and all of that stuff going on in Texas is amazing. George Strait and all that stuff, 60 number one singles. Who resonated with you in country music to make you want to do something in it, other than your wife telling you had that talent?
Well, way back, the person that I looked up to the most was Garth Brooks. I have everything that he's ever put out.
Yep.
And that was my biggest influence. But now I find myself leaning more to the Texas country stuff, and Cody Jinks and Cross Canadian Ragweed whenever they were doing a lot of stuff and all that. But yeah, there's so many artists that have touched what I do now, because I try to put as much. I don't like the new country as much. I like the classic country.
Okay.
There was the 96.3 down here in Dallas on Saturday nights used to have classic country Saturday night. And me and my wife, whenever we first got together, I had an apartment in Lake Dallas, and it was a historical building. It was all hardwood, and we would spend Saturday nights. We didn't go to the bar, so we would push all the furniture out of the way and sit there and have the living room as the dance floor, and we'd just sit there and listen to classic country Saturday night all night long. But that's kind of the feel that I try to get with my music, is the older feel, but a lot of the newer Texas country comes out in it.
Well, I'm going to tell you a couple of things that you're absolutely going to love. When you go to my website at KICR, now the Tim Kelly Show is playing the new country music and the new artist, and just, welcoming you guys to the world of radio and everything on 13 stations. But I also have a classic country station that plays classic country, just like you're talking about, 24/7. My voice is on there as well. And then if you want to see these classic country music artists in action, I've got classic country television with the best in classic country videos playing 24/7 too. So check those out when you get a chance.
I will have to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have the furniture cleared and the dance floor open again. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Now, there's a lot of great music out there that the world still needs to hear of this untapped talent, though. Like people get on NBC's The Voice, America's Got Talent, Idol, and all of that. I've interviewed a bunch of those artists, too. And I don't know about you, but I'm still amazed by the voices that I hear that drop in my email like yours. And there's still a lot of talent out there that needs to be heard, isn't there?
There is. There are a lot of people that I even work with. I work at Lockheed down in Fort Worth, and there are you wouldn't think there are that many musicians working in aerospace,
right?
But I know just in the area that I work in, there's 15 people that play and do all different kinds of genres of music, and so the fact that there's so many people that love to do music but still have to have a full-time job.
Yep. Well, you may know my buddy that works there, Michael Gutierrez. He's got Keeper of the Plains band. I've had him on the show several times. I think he works at Lockheed down there too.
The name's familiar.
Yep.
I probably know him, but just don't. I work third shift, so I don't. See a lot of
gotcha.
people.
Hey, I can relate to that.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Well, I tell you what, the music that we have to play tonight is great. Getting Over You is the first one. You kind of told us the story behind that already, but this is a fantastic song. So I'll tell you what, we'll just play it, and then we'll come back and talk about two more. We've got Never Let It Show, and then Mama's Apron. Wade Lynch Wade Lynch is with us tonight on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
I wanna take the idea of us and just burn it up. I'm gonna order up another round and watch your memory drown. Drank away the thoughts of you and finally face the truth. The time has come to be moving on. I can't stand the thought of you being here with me. Why can't you go away for good and leave me alone? Just leave me alone. Tear you down by drinking up until my heart is numb and nothing's left of us. The only way I'm gonna make it through is taking one more shot at getting over you. All those lonely nights, I just sit and cry, busy talking to myself and asking, where did I go wrong? Seeing all our pictures up on the wall reminds me where we've been. Now I don't know where I belong. Maybe without you, girl, I'll find what should have been. 'Cause I can't do this off and on again. Tear you down by drinking up till my heart is numb and nothing's left of us. The only way I'm gonna make it through is taking one more shot at getting over you. I don't wanna see that face again. Pour another glass to wash away my pain. Just like this bottle I'm looking through, it's hard to see myself getting over you. So I'm taking one more shot at getting over you. Getting over you.
His name is Wade Lynch. That is called Getting Over You. Fantastic song. And man, this has been a fantastic interview. And I had no idea when we started doing this tonight is your very first radio interview. You're great at these.
Well, thank you. I like talking.
Yeah, me too. I love talking to the artists and really getting to know you. And, you know, when we come back and do another interview later on, and then when you come out with something new you want to pitch, be sure to hit me up, because then it's a friendship. We already know each other, and we're just kind of catching up, and the music's a bonus.
That's very true.
Yeah, absolutely.
It gives you time to learn who people are, and you learn who they are through their music.
Well, exactly. And I've already figured out that you're a family man. You've got, you know, a talented wife. You're talented, and your kids are talented too. So, man, that's a family affair. That's good stuff.
Yes, it is.
You know, and we've got a great radio family here, too, on the program. My daughter talked me into doing this show live on TikTok. I was like, nah, that's TV. I'm in radio. I don't want to put my face out there, but I'm sure glad I broke through that mold and did it, because a lot of people are coming in here now, getting exposed to your music and a bunch of other artists, and then I'm getting artists, too, from that, and booking interviews with them and getting some great music out of that deal, too. So it's a win-win, I'll tell you. And sometimes you just got to get out of your own head and go for it, right?
This is very true. If you stay in your head, you're not ever going to do anything.
Yeah.
Because nothing's ever good enough
Absolutely.
for what you think it needs to be.
And as a father, for whatever dreams that your kids have, you want them to go for it too. So you're setting the prime example.
Yes. Yes, we try to tell our kids all the time, it doesn't matter what you want to do. If you put the work in, you can do it.
Yep.
But don't ever tell yourself you can't.
Absolutely. And being an independent artist is a lot of work. You know, we were talking off the air about, you know, you trying to get traction with your music, and, you know, you're trying to build a brand, and I've done it in radio for the last 14 years. It is not easy. You got to build logos, you got to, you know, merchandise and all of that kind of stuff, you know, plus the songs, and get the time to record. You said you work full-time nights. It's really tough, isn't it? And I can relate to all of that.
Man, time is your worst enemy, because my wife, for my 50th birthday this year, she had set up with the theater that my daughter performs in for me to have a full band and just go up there and perform a bunch of songs for an hour and a half, and just have all my closest friends there and everything. And so I got a bunch of guys together that wanted to play, and then marching season happened at the high school. And when I was in marching band compared to what it is now is completely different. There is so much time that goes into it, and I was completely swamped from September all the way to middle of November. And so we got together once before all of that, and then after and everything, I was like, sorry guys, that was craziness. I was like, is anybody still open to playing in January? And I got one response.
Wow.
So that fell through, and so we just went and had a family weekend and did whatever. And I just told everybody that I was like, we'll just get together at a place here in Denton and just catch up later.
Yep.
And everybody was fine with it. But yeah, just time trying to record, trying to get money to record.
You were
And
telling
all
me,
that.
yep, you were telling me you have a lot of songs that you haven't yet recorded. So let's talk a little bit about songwriting. When do you find time to write? Is it something that, hey, going down the road on a family trip, you see a road sign, you're like, hey, that's the title of a song, whatever, or
Actually,
you know,
that has happened.
that kind of
But
stuff.
a lot of times, I usually keep paper there on my table at work, and we have big sheets of paper that they lay out to keep grease from getting on the table.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll put one out and I'll just throw a pen down on it, and I'll be sitting there working, and all of a sudden something will come in my head, and I'll sit there and I'll just jot it down.
Yeah.
I've got cutouts of this paper in a folder of ideas, but then one of the guys that I work with, he plays piano, and he's like, hey, have you ever thought about using AI to throw your ideas out there to, and then see what it throws back at you? And I was like, no, I had never thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I plugged one of my ideas into it, told it what I wanted, how I wanted it, and about 4 seconds later, there was a song in front of me.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there and I'm going, just reading through it. I was like, yeah, it's okay. I was like, you can tell it was written by a machine because it's just stuff thrown out there. So I took that and I went in and I went line by line what it had, and I tweaked it. And I was like, okay. I was like, we could do that, and went in line by line and completely rewrote this song, and it ended up sounding fantastic.
Yep.
And it's one of the ones I want to record next.
That is awesome, man. Well, yours truly has been dabbling in that too, and I've written or co-written about 14 now, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm just amazed at the vocals and the melodies that it comes up with too, you know. And so
Yeah.
that's
See,
what
I haven't ever dealt with that.
well, that's what I always ask about songwriting too. Now, are you more lyric based? Do you have to hear the hook first, or maybe is it a combination for you? Because I love it all.
It can be a combination. Like I was saying, that one that I was picking around on in my chair that my son was yelling at me about was I had the chord progression and everything for that well before. And then, but a lot of times it's lyric first. And then there's times that I sit there and I go through it and everything just falls in place together. I wrote a song called Tears of a Fool, and I was sitting there picking through that, and I went through the chord progression and everything, and as soon as I started into the chord progression again, it just all fell into place. So that was one of the quickest songs I ever wrote.
Yep.
But I did go back later on and I added a chorus into it because it was like a story just starting, and then it went through one part and then it went into another verse that was months later, and then the last verse was years later.
Yeah.
And everything. But it just, stories are the best thing to write about.
Absolutely, and I say this all the time. I think country music tells the best stories. They say it's 3 chords and the truth, and it's amazing to me how you wind that all up in 3.5, 4.5 minutes, radio friendly, and all of that too. You know, and I've had to dabble in that, you know, too, and have to rework some songs and cut them down for radio. So that's always that's an interesting process, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So that's some good stuff. Very interesting interview tonight. Being your first one, man, I would have never thought that. So you are absolutely educating us and telling us how to do it in the world of country music, and that is good stuff. Never Let It Show is the title of the next one, and then Mama's Apron. Tell us about these two, and then we'll play them too.
All right, so Never Let It Show. It's about my ex-wife, and the first verse goes into things that I like. I like moonlight walks in the mountains. I like sunsets by the water, and so it's just going into things that I like. And whenever it goes into the chorus, it talks about, but your mind was completely somewhere else. Our paths didn't follow the same way.
Uh-huh.
And then you go into the second verse, and it's things that she liked, the attention that I paid to what she liked, but I never let it show that it bothered me
Uh-huh.
that she didn't pay the attention.
Okay. Awesome.
And so it was a very emotional write.
Yeah.
That one, I forget where I was when I was writing that one, but it was a darker time that
Yeah.
I wasn't in a good place.
You're kind of reminding me of a song I used to listen to all the time, and I just heard it on the radio the other day. We listened to this light rock station. It was Rupert Holmes did it, and it was called the Pina Colada Song. And he's married to his wife and had no idea that she liked a lot of the same stuff, and they're actually married. So
That's funny. I heard the story behind that song and everything, and about the ad in the paper, and then it turns out that they answer both answer the ad, and it's them.
Yeah, they end up meeting each other. So,
I had never really listened to the lyrics of the song until they were going through talking about it. Now I finally listened to it all the way through, and I was like, "Holy smoke, that's a crazy song!"
Yeah, absolutely. And it's amazing what you can do. You can tell a story of your life like you did with your ex-wife and things like that you've lived through, but you can also make up fictional stories. I tell this all the time about Johnny Cash and a boy named Sue, when his dad did that, and they did that in front of a live audience to get their reaction to what he was talking about on stage, and it came off funny, but it came off kind of serious too. I mean, they get in a bar fight and cut each other's ear off, things like that, So,
yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty wild what you can do.
Yes, and like you said earlier, you never know who that song is going to touch.
Right.
Because I was out with some friends that I work with, and a guy that was in the bar was sitting there, and he's friends with Ryan Bingham, one of the Texas country artists down here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Wade," he's like, "I just want you to know that Never Let It Show helped me through one of the toughest parts of my life."
Wow.
He's like, I just separated from my wife, and we're going through divorce, and it just hit me so hard. And I just want you to know that you helped me through that through your music.
See, there you go. And I talk about that all the time. You can see it sometimes in live performances right there on the stage, and especially in the smaller venues. The crowd's more intimate, sitting right there in front of you. They're tearing up, or they're really getting into the song. And a lot of them, that you go back to the same venues, they know your original music. Those people come back and they're like, "Hey, I want to hear that song," or requesting it, or, streaming it on social media. That's the deal right there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and like Cross Canadian Ragweed just making their comeback and coming back out and playing shows.
Mm-hmm.
They sold out 3 shows in Stillwater the first weekend they played, and me and my son went to the one in Waco, and he only heard of Cross Canadian Ragweed because of the music that I listened to.
Yeah,
and he has my CDs in his room, so he knows all of their songs. And so to see his reaction to them live, when I had seen them no more than 10 times whenever they were out touring in Fort Worth and everything, I saw them pretty much anytime they came to town.
Mm-hmm.
And just to see his reaction, and it was basically like mine, of how much he loved their music just because of what it was.
Right, exactly. You mentioned Cody Jinks earlier too. I'm in Springfield, Missouri at a venue one night. We're seeing one of the artists that I'm playing on the radio, and along the dance floor, this girl's spinning around, and she's got a Cody Jinks t-shirt on up here in Missouri. So they know who he is too, all over the world as an independent artist. He's a big deal, and I've played him many times.
Oh man, he's such a great artist. And to listen to his songs and the lyrics that are in his songs, talking about drinking and all this, and the man doesn't drink at all.
Yeah.
And so your songs don't always have to be true about
Right.
your life.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's all what you put into it.
Exactly. Tell us about the third one that's going to kick off the top of the next hour, Mama's Apron. Is this a real one too?
Oh, actually, yes. This one started as a poem that my mother had written for her mom on Mother's Day. And her mom passed away well before I was born. So I never met the lady, but the amount of change that she made in my mom, it showed through in this poem.
Mm-hmm.
My mom posted this poem on Facebook and everything, and this is back whenever GarageBand was big and everything. So I told her, I said, I'm going to take this and set it to music. And so I sat there and I worked for months and sat there and tore the whole poem down, line by line, and going in and trying to figure out, okay, how do I want to put this together and keep the meaning of the poem and the feeling that's in it, but make a song out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked and worked and worked, and I finally got it to where I wanted it.
That's
and
awesome.
I put it in GarageBand and messed around with it, and it didn't have that feel and everything. It was a great song,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't have the feeling I wanted. Well, it came around that there was this girl graduating from media school down in Dallas, and she was offering 3 hours of studio time for free so she could put that in her portfolio.
Huh.
And I signed up.
Yeah.
I got the guys that I went to church with, and they all said, yes, we'll go down, we'll record with you. And so we went down to Dallas and spent 3 hours in the studio recording, and my son's actually on it. And when his voice was a lot higher. But I'm in recording my vocals and everything, and he's sitting out behind this girl, and he's sitting there playing along and singing with me. And I walk out, and she's like, he's going on this song.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay. And she's like, we'll put him in. She actually sat. We were actually there for 5 hours.
Wow.
And didn't charge us a thing.
Isn't that cool?
And the time that she put into it and everything, and the detail that she took was just fantastic, because she saw the potential in my son, and she's like, he needs to be on this.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that song in November, and I worked on a cover for it and everything. I printed the poem that my mom had done over a picture of her mom on a piece of tracing paper.
Yeah.
So you could see through it. And I made it the liner for the CD.
That's
But I
awesome.
took and I burned this CD, put the cover on it, put everything in the case, and that was her Christmas present.
Oh man, that's awesome. Nice.
And
Well,
as soon as my son started singing, she lost it.
wow. How about that? What a great story, man. Thanks for telling that. And your music is fantastic, man. I can't wait to do another interview with you. I can't believe this is your first interview still. You're great at these and tell such cool stories. So let's definitely book another one. And I'll tell you what, I can't wait for it.
Absolutely. I can't wait either.
That was
Thank you
fun.
for having me on, Tim.
You're welcome. Where can folks find Wade Lynch on social media if they want to check out more of your music?
Wade Lynch Music 76 on Facebook is where I'm at on Facebook,
Mhm.
and I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, pretty much anything. And if you're wondering if it's me, there is another Wade Lynch out there. But if you see a guy in a black hat and a red shirt, That's me.
There you go. And you got the Texas thing going on too, so that's awesome. And thank you for doing this tonight. I appreciate the time. And if you ever come to Branson, be sure to hit me up. I've been to Eureka Springs many times. My brother got married there, and me and Brenda love to go there. And especially in the fall, that's when people love to go there and watch the trees turning. So.
Oh yeah, and if you're ever down here near Fort Worth,
you bet.
Hit me up.
Well, absolutely.
We'll meet up, have a drink.
Yeah, my wife's sister's in Gun Barrel City, Texas, down there, and Gun Barrel and
My aunt's in Gun Barrel City.
Okay, yeah, Gun Barrel and 7 Points is where her dad was from, actually. So,
okay,
her sister still lives there, and we go down and see her from time to time. Yeah, we'll let you know when we're coming down. We might swing by.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Wade. We appreciate the time tonight. We're going to play Never Let It Show and Mama's Apron from Wade Lynch on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
I like moonlight walks in the mountains with the snow on my face. I like sunsets by the water, listening to the crashing waves, but you didn't take the time. Your path was different from mine. And girl, you left me all alone. You didn't care for me, and you thought I didn't know. I never let it show. You like long soaks in the bathtub, with your hands all wrinkled up. You like to let your hair down and fill your wine glass up. I took the time. Your heart was tied to mine, but you left me all alone. You didn't care for me, and you thought I didn't know, 'cause I never let it show. Girl, you left me all alone. You didn't care for me, and you thought I didn't know, 'cause I never let it show. No, I never let it show.
Another hour of the best in New Country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
It was hanging in the kitchen on an old rusty nail, hung there each day when Mama stopped to rest.
easy spots from cooking the day's meals, a spot or two from homemade goodies, and drops of blood from an injured little hand, a place where it got hung when that old front door slammed. My mama's apron was tattered and torn. It wiped the tears from our eyes. It got the sweat off of her brow from the summer heat and cleared the crumbs from the kitchen table. Made from scraps that mama sewed together. They could have been red, green, or gray. They didn't match, but what did it matter? It told the story of what mama did every day. And sometimes when mama needed lifting up, she knew just where she should go. She'd read the words underlined in red from the Bible in the pocket of my mama's apron. My mama's apron was tattered and torn. It wiped the tears from our eyes. It got the sweat off of her brow from the summer heat. It cleared the crumbs from the kitchen table. It got the sweat off of her brow from the summer heat and cleared the crumbs from the kitchen table.
His name is Wade Lynch. What a great radio interview. His very first one. Can you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? And he's been hanging out with us the whole time on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. Go like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll hit that bell notification to get notified when the next show's going to happen. And that's going to be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central. I'll play 3 songs in a row from every artist, just like I did for Wade tonight. We call it Triple Play Thursday. Everybody gets that. And I got 2 more great radio interviews tomorrow night as well. Thank you, Wade Lynch, for a great radio interview, and come back anytime. You guys go like and follow Wade Lynch all over social media. His icon looks just like the state of Texas. So if you see Wade Lynch music and that Texas state of Texas icon, that is him. Go give it a follow. He is fantastic. Welcome to the second hour of the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. That is the website. I am live on it right now. Scroll down just a little bit. You'll see a live radio player that says Radio Boss. Underneath that radio player is a QR code. Scan that with your mobile device, and you can take the live audio with you wherever you go. If you don't hear anything, we're not on the air live. You should be hearing something right now. Every Wednesday, every other Wednesday, rather, and every Thursday and Friday night, the show starts at 7 o'clock Central Time. I'm also live on TikTok, hanging out over here at Tim Kelly on Air, chatting with a lot of fine folks, hearing a lot of great country music, and we got a lot more to go. TJ Brown is a great artist from Australia, down under. There you go. Still a country boy from TJ Brown, kicking off hour 2 of the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio on this Indie Wednesday.
I grew up on quiet streets streets and crack footpaths. Radio on, alarm yelling, don't be late. Played in the street till lights came on. Knew it was home time when the sky went dark. Boots by the door, dust on my jeans. Dreams bigger than the place I've been. Learn early what you don't say out loud. Learn how to blend in, learn how to bow. I carried it quiet road after road, smiling wide, getting older. I'm still a country boy, just telling the truth. Still love home, driving the smell of rain. Still say mate, still scuffing my boots. Still feel a peace on open plains. I didn't trade who I was to be who I am. Didn't lose my roots when I took that stand. I just learned to love like I always would, yeah. I'm still a country boy. Left town chasing something real. Years away just trying to heal. Learn love don't look one single way. Learned you can be strong, still be afraid. Came back older, clearer now. Same streets, different crowd. Some folks stare, some folks smile. Some just say, been a while. I thought I lost what made me me. Turns out it was waiting patiently. Yeah. But I'm still a country boy, just telling the truth. Still love a campfire, burning low. Still know the back roads out of town. Still feel small under stars that glow. I didn't trade who I was to be who I am. Didn't lose my roots when I took that stand. I just stopped hiding what I always knew, yeah. I'm still a country boy. If loving him makes me less of a man, then you never knew me on this land. Cause the strongest hearts I've ever known built their lives on honesty and home. I'm still a country boy, head held high, same red dirt in my DNA. I just let myself live my own damn life and love like it's meant to stay. I didn't change the past, didn't burn it down. I just brought my whole self back to town. Take it or leave it, I'm standing proud, yeah. I'm still a country boy. Still a country boy. Just finally free.
This hour of The Tim Kelly Show is sponsored by Matthew Child Music. Check out Matthew Child Music on the Sponsors tab at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com and at MatthewChildMusic.com.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here.
Country is what we do.
Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Grew up in our own little town. Can't remember ever being down. Had a dog that never left me alone. A little sister who tied up the phone. We used to talk about moving to the city. Stars were shining out there. These days we're heading for the middle of nowhere. A big house at the end of the street. That was always where we used to meet. With Brother John and my best friend Ray. Every moment was a sunny day. We used to talk about moving to the city. Like there's something out there guess we had it all. Girls in summer and friends in the fall. Yeah, there's times I still think about running wild or just hanging out. We used to talk about moving to the city. Hey, someday I'll be there. These days we're heading for the middle of nowhere. These days we're heading for the middle of nowhere.
His name is Matthew Child. That is called Middle of Nowhere, and that's where I'm at, in the middle of Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. Little bitty town of 10,000, but a lot of people come here for the live shows, and we got a great live show going on tonight that came to you. If you hit the social media buttons out there, we're everywhere, ladies and gentlemen, and I absolutely love it. Now, Matthew Child is one of the newest sponsors to the Tim Kelly Show. Click my sponsors tab at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Click Matthew Child's logo. It'll take you right to what he's got going on. And he's also an awesome songwriter. He's got some great demo songs in the KICR Songwriter Showcase. Now, he's got his own music player there. You can fast forward and rewind and hear all of his demo songs. And if you're an artist that is looking for music, maybe you want to record one of his songs. His email address is right underneath his music player. You can send him an email, tell him you want to cut one of his songs. He would sure appreciate that. And you guys can work out the copyright, the royalties, and everything in the KICR Songwriter Showcase. And he's also playing 24/7 on the Demo Listen Derby. You got to check out that show on my website as well. It is fantastic. Well, speaking of fantastic, how about our Director of New Artist Promotions for the state of Missouri, who is also a fantastic artist? Her name is Madison Sharp. This is called Parting Water on KICR Indie Country Radio and the Tim Kelly Show on this Indie Wednesday.
What day is it? Can you tell me where I've been? Am I home now? Did the nightmare finally end? 'Cause I've been my biggest enemy. Won't you wake me in the morning? I think I need some sleep. And won't you come down with me? Wrap me in your arms. Oh, but please don't leave. 'Cause I promise I'll make better choices next time. But sometimes I need an escape from my mind. And when it's all over, I'll tell you I'm just fine. Oh, you know I'll try to hide it, but I want saved this time.
good time.
Turn the dial up, let your heart unwind.
Fresh new voices rolling down your way.
We're riding into town on a brand new wave. It's a Tim Kelly Show. Indie Wednesday, spinning all the best in new indie country.
From back road bars and big bright dreams, you hear tomorrow stars first. Right here with Tim Kelly, yeah, the
Tim Kelly Show. Indie Wednesday, playing all the best in new indie country.
Don't touch that dial.
we're just getting started.
The Tim Kelly Show.
Indie Wednesday.
This is Nick Taylor, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
Been thinking of you. We had so many dreams. They're all I got these days. Now I have no one else to please. 'Cause once a time I knew all the little ways to make you smile. Now it seems I go to work, come home, go to bed alone. Morning comes and it's the same all over again. I was so bad to hold you more than I could imagine. I've been running through memories like a good shot of bourbon. Liquid gold over ice in a whiskey glass. Smooth burn, I wanna drink it down too fast, but I held it in the palm of my hand too long. Now, darling, both the whiskey and you are gone. Darling, I need to have you in my life again. I wanna walk you down the aisle, give you 100%. You would make all I do feel worthwhile, and I pray, but for now since I go to work, come home, go to bed alone. Morning comes and it's the same all over again. I was so bad to hold you more than I could imagine. I've been running through memories like a good shot of bourbon. Liquid gold over ice in a whiskey glass. Smooth burn, I wanna drink it down too fast, but I held it in the palm of my hand too long. Now, darling, both the whiskey and you are gone. I'll take one more shot, 'cause I still got hope. I want so bad to hold you more than I could imagine. I've been running through memories like a good shot of bourbon. Liquid gold over ice in a whiskey glass. Smooth burn, I wanna drink it down too fast, but I held it in the palm of my hand too long. Now, darling, both the whiskey and you are gone. Both the whiskey and you are gone.
That is the brand new single out to radio from my good friend Nick Taylor. It is Tayler on Nick Taylor. Nick Taylor Music is where you can find him. I get a lot of one-word song titles in my email, and I'm sure glad he dropped that one. It is simply called Bourbon, the latest single out to radio for Nick Taylor Music. This next artist is also a new director of new artist promotions for the state of New York for KICR Indie Country Radio. My good friend Bridget B. Nanty, who has a brand new Facebook page. Go follow it. Give it a like and a follow. Bridget B. Nanty. It is BEENANTI. Bridget B. Nanty. This is called Canada My Home. She used to live in Vancouver, British Columbia, and now she's in New York City, ladies and gentlemen. She's hanging out with us on YouTube tonight as well at KICR Indie Country Radio. A hit song right here Bridget B. Nancy on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
I've packed my bags for distant shores and walked through many open doors. From the neon glow of New York nights to Manchester's rain and city lights, I felt the heat of the Arizona sun and seen where ancient rivers run. But in the quiet, when the world moves slow, there's only one place I wanna go. 'Cause no matter where I lay my head, or the dusty paths I choose to tread, no matter where I live or where I roam, Canada will always be my home. From the peaks of the Rocky Mountains to the maritime Atlantic foam, Canada will always be my home. I miss the scent of the biting cold and the maple leaves of red and gold. The way the prairie stretches wide with nowhere for the stars to hide. The smell of pine on a mountain breeze, the swaying of ancient seeded trees. It's in my blood, it's in my soul. The northern lights that make me whole. It's more than just a spot upon a map. It's a solace I feel in nature's lap. It's the kindness found in a stranger's smile that makes it worth every lonely mile. Yeah, no matter where I lay my head, or the dusty paths I choose to tread, no matter where I live or where I roam, Canada will always be my home. From the peaks, Rocky Mountains to the Maritimes Atlantic foam, Canada will always be my home. True north, strong and free, waiting right there for me. That's always with me in my soul. It will always be my home. I know, Canada, you're forever my
Hello, wanderer. Are you tired of your journey? Are you tired of your burden? Come lay down. Hello, proudy girl. So far and so alone. It's time to come back home and lay down. There is no fear in the presence of his love. It's always been enough, come lay it down. There is no shame to stand against his grace.
He knows all your ways, so lay it down. Lay it down at the cross. Lay it down and count it lost. For the sake of Jesus, his eyes are spread wide. Lay it down and count it down. Lay it down so you can run to the eyes of Jesus. There you can abide. Yes, there you can abide. There is no toil to bring you back again, to make up for what you did, so lay it down. His yoke is easy and his burden light. Life at home with Jesus by your side, and lay it down. Lay it down at the cross. Lay it down and count it lost. For the sake of Jesus, his arms are spread wide. Lay it down and count it down. Lay it down so you can run to the arms of Jesus. There you can abide. Cast your burdens to the Lord, all your shame and all your hurt. For his love is greater than you know. Cast your worries and your fears to he who wipes away the tears. For his love is greater than you know. Cast your burdens to the Lord, all your shame and all your hurt. For his love is greater than you know. Cast your worries and your fears to he who wipes away the tears. For his love is greater than you know. Lay it down at the cross. Lay it down and count it lost. For the sake of Jesus, his arms are spread wide. And lay it down and count it down. Lay it down so you can run to the arms of Jesus. There you can abide. Lay it down at the cross. Lay it down and count it lost. For the sake of Jesus, his arms are spread wide. Lay it down and count it down. Lay it down so you can run to the arms of Jesus. There you can abide. Cast your burdens to the Lord, all your shame and all your hurt. For his love is greater than you know. Cast your worries and your fears to he who wipes away the tears. For his love is greater than you know.
This is Troy Cross, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday, live from Branson, Missouri on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
Walking across a mountain, just the clothes on my back, not a dime in my pocket, or food in a sack. Looking for the city or railroad track. Gotta find me a new way of life. I can't make me a living, there's no work to be had. Sorry, mama, gotta go, so please don't be sad. Getting off this mountain, I might not be back. Gotta find me a new way of life. A few have walked this path before me, some to the city, some to the sea. Some came back, but as for me, gotta find me a new way of life. But I gotta find out to quieten my soul. Will I succeed? I don't know. Ready or not, here I go. same one path my old granddaddy walked when he went off to war and so proudly fought. But he found his way back, for his only thought was to get back to that old way of life. A few have walked this path before me, some to the city, some to the sea. Some came back, but asked for me. Gotta find me a new way of life, but I gotta find out to quieten my soul. Will I succeed? I don't know, but ready or not, here I go to find me a new way of life. Will I ever return to this place of home? If I don't, well, this I know, I'll carry this mountain inside my soul, no matter where I go. A few have walked this path before me, some to the city, some to the sea. Some came back, but it's for me. I gotta find me a new way of life, but I gotta find out to quieten my soul. Will I succeed? I don't know. Ready or not, here I go to find me a new way of life. Ready or not, here I go to find me a new way of life.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio. It is Indie Wednesday. I'm playing the best in new country music, and I've got some great radio interviews in the program. You get to hear the stories behind these next three songs with Chris Hughes. How are you tonight, my friend?
Living the dream, Tim. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I am doing quite well as well, and I've dreamed of this night because I've had your music for a while, and now we get to play you on the radio and get to hear the story behind the songs, too. I love that in the interviews.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, you bet. You grew up in East Tennessee, but now you're down there in Texas.
That's right, exactly. Yeah, there's a long lineage of people who have made that trek from East Tennessee to Texas, and I guess I just followed in their footsteps from Sam Houston to Davy Crockett, and now here I am.
There you go. Where are you at in Texas?
Right in Houston. Yeah, I live in Houston and been there for about 15 years, so it feels like home now, but a lot of great music in, these two areas. There's really similar how the background of music and the storytelling, it really exists in both places, so that makes me happy.
Boy, yeah, I've had an Americana band on my show a couple of times. They're called the Lonesome Six. They're based out of Houston, Texas, and, that whole Texas thing's got its own thing going on with that red dirt country and all of that, don't they?
No doubt. It is like its own ecosystem down here for music, and they're really, against they kind of have that outlaw thing going, and they don't really like to mess with it too much. They kind of got their own thing. If you want to jump in that lane, you better stay true to the roots.
Right. There's they've got their own radio programs too, Texas Country specifically, and then you've got I'm friends with Linda King Wilson, the Texas Country Music Association Awards and all of that. She does down at Billy Bob's Texas now, and all of that. So it's pretty cool watching that Texas country blow up the charts too.
No doubt. It's a great place.
We're going to put you on the radio charts too. I chart with a lady in the UK, and I was telling you off the air, we've got 13 radio stations around the world, and we're also going to put you on the radio in the UK tonight.
Well, it means a lot. It's fantastic and so exciting. And country music is growing at such a rapid rate all over the world. And I know they're doing the big country music festival over in England and Ireland and Scotland this week. So great time to do it.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about what you got you started in the world of country music. Was you a young man and grew up playing the guitar, or like I hear a lot, or what?
Yeah, absolutely. My granddad, he was an old honky-tonker back in the day, and before he went off to World War II, he and his buddies, they would kind of roll around the mountains of North Carolina and Tennessee and play at those little dives around town, and so he got started doing that, and then went off to war, and he kind of laid down his guitar after that. And when I was about 10 or so, I walked in the house one day and I said, "When are you going to teach me to play that thing?" And he said, "Well, let's do it now." And man, we played music every Tuesday night with friends and family for the next 8-9 years, and so that really helped me cut my teeth on learning how to play guitar. He was a very good guitar player, played a little steel. And so I just learned to play rhythm with him, and he'd let me cut in with a solo every now and again. And of course, when your guitar teacher is your granddad, you're going to learn the old stuff. So that's why I grew up, listening to Merle and George Jones and those kind of singers and musicians. But he also loved bluegrass music too. So I got a lot of roots in mountain music. It's just really a part of that East Tennessee culture.
Man, that's perfect for this radio program and perfect for where I'm at, because I'm in Branson, Missouri. They call it the live show capital of the world, but we are deeply rooted in bluegrass and classic country too, and gospel. This is the Bible Belt, and they love gospel here too. So.
Absolutely. A lot of bluegrass legends came out of Missouri. You got Daly and Vincent, and you got Rhonda Vincent, and you got this new girl, Hannah Harper, that's making a splash on American Idol right now. She's a Missouri native. A lot of great music up there.
Exactly. I've got one of my people, like Jeannie Eaton, that helped find you, is working on getting Hannah Harper on this program.
Awesome.
So we'll see if we can't make that happen. I hear she's pretty talented too.
Very.
Yeah, and you are too, my friend.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So playing with your grandpa, I hear that story a lot. You know, our grandparents always made a big impact on our lives, didn't they? And
no question.
Mine started bringing us to Branson, Missouri, to this theme park called Silver Dollar City. It's an 1880s theme park. The same family that owns Silver Dollar City also owns Dollywood and Pigeon Forge, so there's that. And then, as I say, the rest is history. I thought, one of these days I want to move here and live here, and so I made that move about 14 years ago. And
that is awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful here in the fall, especially when the trees are turning and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I've been there many times, and let's say love making that trip. It's great. When I was a kid, Dollywood used to be called Silver Dollar City until about 1985.
Is that right?
And then they changed it over. Yep, sure did.
How about that? I did not know that. So great history here, and great history of country music too. A lot of the greats back in the day, Glenn Campbell and Mickey Gilley and Roy Clark and Mel Tillis and Willie and Waylon both split a theater here back in the 90s, and so there is a great tradition of country music here too. I think it's number 2 to Nashville probably. So
no question about it. Just great live entertainment there.
Yep. Your music is perfect for Branson and the radio stations that we're going to play it tonight, because it says you celebrate family, faith, and small town life. And Branson, as many tourists that come here, 8 to 9 million a year, it still just has a population of a little over 10,000.
Well, it's a little town that could, isn't it? I tell you, it's just amazing when you think about that. It really is amazing. And every time that I've been to Branson, I'm struck by how kind the people are there and how into the tourism culture they are. A lot of people could look down on that, but Branson has really said, no, we're going to embrace it. And they do a great job with that there. Man, it's just a great city for that.
Absolutely, and every place you go, it's these little mom and pop shops, or there's antique stores. There's all kinds of things that my wife just loves shopping here because she's real crafty and likes to buy yarn and things like that and do quilting and all of that. They're just the friendliest people you ever want to meet, and they love country music like nobody else.
No doubt. That's awesome.
And, you probably got into it, too, for this reason. I think it tells the best stories, and that's great for songwriting, isn't it?
It sure is. And, my grandparents and my uncles and aunts and all of them, they were all great storytellers. And that's just a big part of mountain culture, I think. And, you just grow up sitting around the house talking, telling stories, dreaming about the past, dreaming about the future. And I think that's what sets country music apart from anything, is just the stories. And that 3 chords and the truth concept really is a very true thing.
Absolutely. Now, you're leaving that legacy for what your grandpa started and teaching you to play and to sing country music. Do you have any children or any siblings maybe that are musically inclined like you? And if you have children, are you seeing anything that maybe they're going to carry that on as well?
A little bit, yeah. My daughter is a musician. She's talented, and my son, he's actually a DJ at Texas State University out in Austin, Texas. He's a radio DJ there, and he's got a show that he runs, and that's where George Strait went to school, and so he calls it the King's Court, and he plays old school country music every week on Tuesday nights there. So yeah, they love it as well.
Now, how about that? And I'll tell you, one of the biggest iconic things in Austin is that Austin City Limits deal they had going on for years.
Oh yeah. No doubt, it's been a great place for people to play music down there. A lot of great musicians that play there. Very different from Nashville, but equally as talented.
Yep, absolutely. You know, and it's interesting about George Strait. 60 #1 hits. He didn't write most of them. Dean Dillon's in the Country Music Hall of Fame for writing most of the stuff for George Strait. And I just got a song from an artist that is a tribute to Dean Dillon for doing just that. But I like to talk about songwriting because you know, that is something that a song doesn't start without being pen to paper, does it? There's no music.
That's it. Yeah, it starts with a story in your mind, or maybe just a hook. And you know, for me, I've been writing for a long time. But when I had kids, I kind of slowed down and focused on work and kind of laid creativity down for a little while. But I never stopped kind of writing down those hooks and keeping up with ideas. And I don't know, something last year just really hit me that I just felt like I needed to be less of a consumer and more of a creator. And so I just started getting my guitar out more regularly, being intentional and starting to put those songs down and challenge myself. And this is kind of the result of that, you know, burst of creativity that I've had in the last year. And so, yeah, I love writing songs.
That is awesome. And as you do that, you probably have gotten better and better. I had an artist here tell me not too long ago, you know, she wrote her first song about her dog and things like that, you know, just putting things out there. And I've heard such young ages, you know, I wrote my first song at 5 years old. I'm like, my goodness, you know.
It's amazing what talent that takes. It really is incredible.
And you know, we see it on these talent competitions too, don't we? Like you mentioned, we got NBC's The Voice, America's Got Talent, and Idol over here. I've interviewed a bunch of those artists, and you know, they turn my chair too, believe it or not. When I hear them singing after I open up the email, and you did the same thing, you know, I'm like, oh my goodness, this person needs to be on the radio. I know in about 30 seconds. I'm sold.
That's great. Yeah, there's so much talent out there, and it's just really, you know, what's great now in today's culture, it's so easy to share your music. You don't have the walls of record labels. You just have a song, think it, share it, and people can connect to it right away, and that's really a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, and I was telling you, with a good internet connection tonight, we're going to put you out on 13 radio stations around the world, and country music is universal, and you've probably figured that out as long as you've been doing it. They love it in these other countries, don't they?
Absolutely. I think there's something beautiful about storytelling. And, you know, I was listening to a podcast called Dolly Parton's America, and they were interviewing people all over the world about why the song My Tennessee Mountain Home, it resonates no matter where you are, from Africa to Europe. People love that song because it paints a picture of what life was like back in the day, and something about nostalgia and country music that just connects us to our lineage, and I think that's a really powerful tool.
Yep, absolutely. And a lot of great country music in Tennessee, you know, too, and growing up. And I've been getting a lot from Kentucky and right there in that middle of the country, and actually all over the place. Canada right now is a hotbed for country music, and my buddy Michael Richard from up there in New Brunswick, he also is in the same position that Jeannie Eaton, who found you, is, and he finds me artists from mainly in Canada, but now he's branched out into the U.S. too. But I'm just surprised at the talent that's out there in the whole world. It's just untapped talent.
Incredible. It's such a great tribute to you guys and telling those stories and helping people get their music out there. That's awesome.
Yep, absolutely. And we'll talk about not only music but videos and how you tell a good story in the third song we're going to play tonight visually, My Heart's in Tennessee. But the first song is called Don't Let the Door Hit You. What's this one about?
Well, this one here is about love that maybe never should have happened in the first place. It's sort of a silly song, kind of a tongue-in-cheek reference. I always had a buddy that used to say, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Right. And so I thought, now that sounds like it ought to be a country song right away. So I started working with that and just kind of came up with that 90s sound and thought, how can I put this in a song? And that's sort of what came out.
There you go. Now, your recordings are fantastic. Did you go to Nashville to make these, or was it in Texas?
Actually, yeah, in Houston, I've got a studio here that's just close to my house, and I've got a great engineer that I work with, and I play most of the instrumentation, but I've got some guys I've been working with that have helped me, in different cities. That's the beauty now is you can send it out by email to just about anywhere in the world, and people can record it and send it back to you.
Absolutely.
But 713 Studios is who I've been working with here in Houston, and man, they do a great job.
Absolutely. Now, I've even had collaborations done that way. This one gentleman that did his part in Reykjavik, Iceland. The other lady was in Texas, and she did her female part. They put that thing together, sent it to me, and it was a beautiful duet. And they weren't even in the same room, the same country at the time they did it.
What a world we live in. That is amazing.
It's pretty cool. Well, they're going to love yours, and we're going to talk about where they can find them and stream your songs here in just a little bit. We're going to play Don't Let the Door Hit You by Chris Hughes right now on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
Sitting in my easy chair watching bass fishing. Along comes a missus screaming out of the kitchen. She said, I've had it up to here with your lazy ways. I'm paying these bills, I'm gonna do it my way. Call your mama, call your sister, cause you can't stay. Tonight I'm eating dinner on them TV trays. I don't know where we went wrong. Is it so hard just to get along? Bought you a one-way ticket on a southbound train. The way that you treat me is a crying shame. When you get off the porch, there's only one thing to say. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. I kick my feet up and crank some Earl up loud. My trailer is a rockin' since you got out. I got a nice cold beer and a Marlboro Red. Ain't got a single problem with the words I said. Got them Tennessee balls on my 45-incher. Now that I've gotten rid of that stage 5 clinger. I don't know where we went wrong. Why is it so hard just to get along? Got you a one-way ticket on a southbound train. The way that you treat me is a crying shame. When you get off the porch, there's only one thing to say. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Train, the way that you treat me is a crying shame. When you get off the porch, there's only one thing to say. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
His name is Chris Hughes. That is called Don't Let the Door Hit You, the fantastic song. And I tell you what, we're having just as much fun off the air as we are on. We're talking sports and football and all kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Most interesting men on the planet right now. I like it.
Yeah, you got a lot of great sports down there in Houston. You've had that for a long, long time. I took a trip down there. It's been several years ago. It's about an 11-hour drive from where I'm at in Branson. You're a ways down there.
Yeah, it's down here by the coast. A lot of people don't realize we're only about 40 minutes from the Gulf, and so yeah, it's down here.
Yep. So leaving Tennessee and going to Texas, was that a big culture shock for you?
Well, it wasn't too bad. I think there's a lot of similarities between Tennessee and Texas, a lot of state pride in both places. Definitely a little bit more of a cowboy culture in Texas than there was in Tennessee. That's more your dairy farmers up there instead of cattle ranchers. Yeah. But, I grew up on farms. When I was a kid, my great-grandparents had a tobacco farm, and so I spent a lot of time around that. Houston is certainly a big metropolitan city. I mean, so you've got to get used to that. But what's wild is you take 30 minutes out either direction and you're out in the middle of cow country. And so Texas is definitely its own unique place.
Absolutely. Now, do you have a favorite venue or a venue that, if they call you up, you're like, man, I had such a great time playing there. The food's amazing. The venue's great. I'm there if they ever call.
Well, the last place that I got to play in was at the Tennessee Songwriters Showcase up in Jonesboro, Tennessee, a couple weeks ago. And boy, I got to play at the Jackson Theater in Jonesboro, and that was just a great experience. First rate from top to bottom. There's also a great one up in Franklin, North Carolina. It's really a great venue. So I'd say those are two of my favorite, kind of smaller venues that are fun to play.
There you go. Speaking of North Carolina, that's where Jeannie Eaton's from, that found you, my director of new artist promotions. We're building quite a staff, and they take this thing seriously of finding this new country music talent to put on the radio and on the TV channel, like we're going to do for you here in a minute, and I'll tell you about all that. But it's I'm just amazed that they're people that I wouldn't find if it wasn't for folks like Jeannie and Michael and Madison and Bridget and all of these folks, and Jim Lawrence came on board with us, and they're from all over the country, and they're finding not just talent in their states, but I told them they can branch out, and if they come across somebody that's really making some good country music and some original stuff, that's what we love to play on the radio. And boy, you sure got it. I'm glad Jeannie found you.
Absolutely. They've sure got an eye and an ear for it. I was just listening last week to your show, and the diversity of the talent that you have on your program each week is incredible. Man, just the highlighting of independent artists, what a great thing to do.
Exactly. Well, and you grew up with your grandpa and you loving that classic country, and I love seeing that making a comeback and being able to put it on the radio with some of this young talent that's out there.
Yeah. It is exciting. The appreciation for the old stuff is a great thing. And, country music always goes in cycles, and we're definitely coming back around to that traditional sound again. It's exciting.
Yeah. And that's a process, too. You have to go into the studio that you're using or wherever you're going to do it and say, hey, I want some steel guitar in there. I want a guy that can play that. I want the pedal steel. I want this. I want that, and get the production in there and those elements. That's what makes it sound traditional.
No question about it. And what's great is there's so many young people that are learning to play the steel guitar right now.
Yeah.
It's a renaissance in that instrument, and it's just exciting to see.
Yep. You mentioned your young children. There's so many things that can distract us now. There's all these video games. We're all tied to our cell phones, and so many of those things, and schoolwork and all of that. But aside from that, a lot of them are playing music and learning how to do that. And there's so many good programs now in education for students to do music. And Adobe Audition, I know I talked to an artist that is taking lessons in that. That's what I use to edit my stuff for radio. So I thought that was pretty cool.
It's amazing. If all these tools were around when I was a kid, I'd have been way better at it. But, our only option was listening and hoping we could figure songs out.
Yeah.
But nowadays, the tutorials on YouTube and all these apps that they have are just incredible. I mean, it's such a great time to get into it.
Exactly. Well, and when you have a producer like you obviously do, and somebody sitting right next to you that has an ear for it and says, hey, let's do this, let's try this, let's tweak this, and then it comes out in this next song, 2 minutes and 49 seconds, that still probably blows you away, and you've been doing it for a while, huh?
It's incredible, and the speed that things are completed nowadays is just mind-boggling, because back in the day, it took so long to work on stuff. And what's wild is, I'll go in and finish putting down vocals, and then a day later, everything's mastered and ready and ready to go out there. It's just incredible.
That's pretty awesome. Your music is fantastic. We're going to play 3 Days and 30A next. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, this song is just a song for summer. It's a great one to roll your windows down and think about going on vacation. Perfect time to do it around spring break. And this song is about love that's kind of fallen by the wayside. Maybe think about a couple that they've been married for 5-10 years, and things have grown a little bit stale, and they remember the good times that they used to have when they go on vacation, maybe down to the beach, down at 30A, down there in the panhandle of Florida. And the idea is go back there, rekindle that romance, and remember why you fell in love with each other. That's sort of the story behind this song.
That's awesome. The third one is a video attached to it, and I was telling you off the air, now I'll tell you on. I have this thing called ICTV. It stands for Indie Country Television. My Heart's in Tennessee has a fantastic video to it. So with your permission, I'd like to put it on my TV channel and let that play 24/7 in rotation. That'd be all right?
I'd be honored. That's fantastic.
You bet. There's a lot of great scenery of Tennessee in that video, and you singing sounds real good, too.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You got all your guitars there right beside you on that front porch.
That's right. They were guarding me on that one.
You don't spend any money at all on those, do you?
No, not at all. Let's not talk about that.
Right on. Where can folks find Chris Hughes if they want to check out more of your great music and those guitars, and they'll check out this video too here a little bit later? Where can we find you?
Yeah, ChrisHughesMusic.com is the place to be. All the links to my different social media channels are there, and that's a great place to get connected to Spotify, YouTube, whatever it might be. And if you're interested in booking me for a show, I'd love to be wherever it is that people need good music, and they can find a place to do that as well at my website, ChrisHughesMusic.com.
Oh, that's great to hear, man. I hope to see you maybe one of these days in Branson.
That sounds great. Would love nothing more.
That'd be awesome. Well, it's been awesome having you on the radio tonight, and don't be a stranger. If you want to come back in a few months and promote something new that you got coming out, be sure to hit up Jeannie or hit me up yourself, and we'll definitely get you back on here.
I sure will. Hey, thank you so much for having me on. Thanks for what you're doing for independent country artists.
You are welcome. His name is Chris Hughes. This is 3 Days in 30A, and then we're going to play My Heart's in Tennessee, and you'll be able to check out the video to it on ICTV. That is Indie Country Television. That tab is at the top of the homepage of KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. You're listening to The Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on this Indie Wednesday.
Remember back then, I do. There you were, sunshine day to me on the beach, laid up in the sand. I saw you there in that red bikini. I said, baby, that's my favorite two-piece. And now it's just a memory. Damn, life gets hard, but I know one thing. We did 3 days in 38. Take a drive down to Santa Rosa. Have a nice little getaway. Maybe get a condo down on the coast. I could hold you like I used to before the kids and the mortgage and we got lost on the way. Baby, we need 3 days and 38. I know the last few years been rough between the kids and my job and your job and all that stuff. Don't get a lot of time to spend it together, just me and you. I'm still the same boy who loved you. I need you down like I did then. So baby, let's take a ride. Have 3 days on 38. Take a drive down to Santa Rosa. Have a nice little getaway. Maybe get a condo down on the coast. I could hold you like I used to before the kids and the mortgage and we got lost on the way. Baby, we need 3 days and 38. Oh, 3 days and 38. I could hold you like I used to for the kids and the mortgage and we got lost on the way. Baby, we need 3 days in 38.
best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
A county down from Knoxville, buried in the pines. A courthouse square, 3 stoplights, and 20 years behind. Mama and my papa lived there all their lives. It's plain and simple, it ain't much, but it's all mine. Her daddy is a banker, mama is a wife. Big-eyed, big ideas, big old house for me that just ain't right. She comes from the city in a state that's first in flight. Just like Jimmy Taylor, it's always on her mind. I don't know where I'll wind up, but I sure know where I come from. 3 stars that light the west, middle and east. The Tar Heel stain runs in your blood. Tobacco roads and Cheerwine suds. I can't think of one good reason you'd leave. My girl's in Carolina, but my heart's in Tennessee. Orange is my color, hers is Carolina blue. Some things go together, I'm not sure these do. The Blue Ridge line between us seems higher all the time, and every mile between us is a hill we just can't climb. I don't know where I'll wind up, but I sure know where I come from. 3 stars that light the west, middle and east. Tar Heel stain runs in your blood. Tobacco roads and Cheerwine suds. I can't think of one good reason you'd leave. My girl's in Carolina, my heart's in Tennessee. She's got Billy Graham and Copper Line. I got Sam and Davy on my side. This newfound gap between us is always on my mind. I don't know where I'll wind up, but I sure know where I come from. 3 stars that light the west, middle and east. Tar Heel stain runs in your blood. Tobacco roads with Cheerwine suds. And I can't think of one good reason you'd leave. My girl's in Carolina, my heart's in Tennessee. It's home sweet home to me. And my heart's in Tennessee.
Please go check out the video to that great song from Chris Hughes on ICTV. That is Indie Country Television, the tab at the top of the homepage of KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Chris Hughes Music on social media. Go give him a like and a follow. Tell him you heard that great interview and those 3 songs on tonight's show, The Tim Kelly Show. And after the live show is over tonight, both of the interviews will go into the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. That tab also at the top of the homepage at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Thank you, Chris Hughes, for being on the show. Thank you, Jeannie Eaton, my Director of New Artist Promotions from North Carolina, for setting that up. That was amazing, and I love talking to Chris. I'll do it again anytime. Welcome to the third hour of the Tim Kelly Show from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. We're right in the middle of the week. We call this show Indie Wednesday. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock is Triple Play Thursday, and Friday night at 7 o'clock is New Music Friday. Be sure to tune into those shows as well, and I've also got some great radio interviews for both of those programs. This next artist is the Director of New Artist Promotions for West Virginia, and my good buddy Brian Mullins, kicking off hour number 3 with a hit song called Cowtown Road on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on this Indie Wednesday.
Sunrise over hills, casting golden rays. Meadow Bridge awakes in those simpler days. Roaming the streets from dusk till dawn, no curfews in sight. We were no one's pawns. No worries about tomorrow, just living for today. In this town where the heart never fades away. Oh, life was sweet down on Cowtown Road, going to the drive-in on Friday night, falling in love under those star-filled skies. We grew up together, enjoying in strife in this little town. We found the spice of life. Outhouses in the back, under the willow tree. Memories of childhood, wild and carefree. Racing cars at the lane, wearing out those brakes. To the girls in bikinis at Somersville Lake. Sunday mornings in church, we'd gather and sing, voices rising up like a bird on the wing. Oh, life was sweet down on Cowtown Road, going to the drive-in on Friday night, falling in love under those star-filled skies. We grew up together, enjoying in strife in this little town. We found the spice of life. We cheered for the Wildcats, the pride of our hearts, celebrating victories, always playing our parts. And when the Wildcats won that state championship, the whole town erupted in a wild, joyous trip. From Danny's to Hilton, we cheered through the night, tasting those sweet kisses under the moonlight. Every porch swing story, every whispered prayer tied our lives together like the sweet summer air. No secrets kept hidden, nothing ever felt wrong. In Meadow Bridge, we found where we belong. Oh, life was sweet down on Cowtown Road, going to the drive-in on Friday night, falling in love under those star-filled skies. We grew up together, enjoying in strife in this little town. We found the spice of life. So here's to the memories, to the love that we grew, to the life that we lived, and the friendships we knew. In the heart of West Virginia, where the river bends its flow, life was truly sweet down on Cowtown Road, you know. Life was sweet down on Cowtown Road. You
This hour of the Tim Kelly Show is sponsored by Willie John Music. Check out Willie John Music on the sponsors tab at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com and at Willie John Music on Facebook.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is today's country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs. There's even more to like.
I like everything about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
I get up every morning, cup of coffee in my hand. I head off to work cause I'm a blue-collar man. I'm working all day with sweat on my brow. Got my radio cranking country music up loud. With mud on my boots and sawdust in the air. Waving at the girls as they drive by and stare. But they don't matter, you're my number one girl, which makes me the luckiest man in the world. I'm driving down this nail, then I'm driving home to you. Cause baby, there ain't none this country boy can do. A few more hours, I'm on my way. I'm feeling pretty good after a 12-hour day. Been working real hard and I made a little cash. Got my four-wheel floored and filled up with gas. I'm taking you out and I know you look your best. But baby, could you wear that tiny black dress? I'm the luckiest man from what I see. Oh, baby, you don't know what you're doing to me. I'm the luckiest man, you are my girl. I'm the luckiest man in the whole damn world. I'm the luckiest man from what I see. Oh, baby, you don't know what you're doing to me. I'm the luckiest man, you are my girl. I'm the luckiest man in the whole damn world. Well, I'm the best damn worker that you'll ever see. I'm just thinking that girl home waiting on me. Cause I'm the luckiest man from what I see. Oh, baby, don't know what you're doing to me. I'm the luckiest man, you are my girl. I'm the luckiest man in the whole damn world.
His name is Willie John Hicks, and I'll tell you what, that song's called The Luckiest Man, but I am the luckiest man because I hang out with great people like Katie Lee Russell from Tennessee, who turned me on to Willie John Hicks. Katie Lee Russell's currently doing a live show right now, and she was hanging out with us a little bit earlier. But Willie John Hicks is a new sponsor to the Tim Kelly Show. You can go to the sponsors tab, just like the commercial said, at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com and find Willie John Hicks logo. Click on it, and it'll take you to everything he's got going on in the world of country music, and I'm going to keep playing his great country music as well. And we just recently did a great radio interview that you can find in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives on KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. This next artist is making her radio debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show. It happens to be tonight on an Indie Wednesday. And again, I want to thank my good friend Jeannie Eaton, the Director of New Artist Promotions from North Carolina, for finding Ashley Rose. And this is called Lovely Loving You on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
Every now and then you run across my mind, and I start thinking about you. I sent tiny tug on my heart, the memory I'd like to look through. If I had to rate the life of my love affairs, you and me, yeah, we'd be right up there. It was lovely loving you, and I'm glad it's something I've got to do. Like a dance round the sun, we were second to none. Even though we drifted, it was lovely, lovely loving you. We were like a bottle of wine open before its time, a little drunk and heady. But if we met last night, we'd probably be alright, 'cause now we'd be ready. I think about us now with no what ifs or vague regrets. Don't know where you are, but I wish you the best. It was lovely loving you, and I'm glad it's something I got to do. Like a dance round the sun, we were second to none. Even though we drifted, it was lovely, lovely loving you. If I had to rate the life of my love affairs, you and me, babe, we'd be right up there. It was lovely loving you, and I'm glad it's something I got to do. Like a dance round the sun, we were second to none. Even though we drifted, it was lovely, lovely loving you. Loving you.
Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
How happy are people who listen to the Tim Kelly Show's Indie Wednesday?
I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day?
Get happy. Get the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, Indie Country Radio.
Met a girl, started dating. Been 12 months for going strong. She loves the world, I love her willing. I swear she can't do nothing wrong. It's getting serious, she's talking about taking that next step. I know what she wants, but I ain't got it yet. She wants a chrome wheel, Hemi, John Deere, green with leather, and a lift kit on 24s. She wants 6 big speakers and a place on the weekend to kick it into 4x4. She's a runway beauty and a country boy's dream. I'd say yes with a little luck. My girl don't want a ring, she wants a brand new truck. We had a girl, she's an angel. Yeah, she looks just like her mom. She's into Tim, but she loves Taylor. Knows the words to every single song. Hey, it's her sweet 16 and she's bugging me. Hands stretched out, looking for the keys. She wants a chrome-wheeled Hemi,
say yes with a little love. But my baby only wants one thing, and that's a brand new truck. Yeah, they're costing me a fortune and takes to run a lady. Never really knowing where they're headed. But I know what they're driving. They got the chrome-wheeled Hemi John Deere green with leather and a lift kit on 24s. They got 6 big speakers and a place on the weekend to kick it into 4x4. They're a runaway beauty and a country boy's dream. I'd say yes with a little love. My girls only want one thing, and that's a brand new truck. Yeah, my girls only want one thing, and that's a brand new truck.
That is called Brand New Truck. Hey, I bought one of those 6 years ago, that is. That is my good friend Kevin Dakin. K-E-V-E-N on Kevin. Kevin Dakin Music on social media. He's a great Canadian artist and a great tune called Brand New Truck. Brand new song from Kevin Dakin. Austin Atkins has several new songs he sent me, and I love this one. It is called Fell in Love in the Middle of a Back Road. That is pure country right there from Austin Atkins on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
The moment your eyes locked on mine, I knew it was gonna be a hell of a ride. Blonde hair blowing in the East Coast wind, it's like you were true godsend. Rolling fresh out Broken Heart Boulevard, you and I were getting in that car, going anywhere we wanted to go, but I fell in love in the middle of a back road. Looking back, I can't believe I didn't know. Yeah, I was matching the beat in mine, keeping rhythm and keeping time. There's no way you know where this road's gonna go, but the only thing that I really need to know is wherever you go, I go. I fell in love in the middle of a back road. Moonlight shining right off the rear view. Honky tonk angels got nothing on you. You got my heart skipping a beat, and we ain't even left this front seat. Sunrise is gonna be the death of me, 'cause I know with the morning light you'll have to leave, but I know that this ain't goodbye. Fell in love in the middle of a back road. Looking back, I can't believe I didn't know. Yeah, I was matching the beat in mine, keeping rhythm and keeping time. There's no way you know where this road's gonna go, but the only thing that I really need to know is wherever you go, I go. I fell in love in the middle of a back road. In the middle of a back road. Yeah, the stars are shining from your eyes like diamonds, and the sun is coming out on the horizon. Feel more free than I ever thought I could be. Fell in love in the middle of a back road. Looking back, I can't believe I didn't know. Yeah, I was matching the beat in mine, keeping rhythm and keeping time. There's no way you know where this road's gonna go, but the only thing that I really need to know is wherever you go, I go. I fell in love in the middle of a back road. Fell in love in the middle of a back road.
Indie Wednesday, new indie country all the way. From small town bars to big time dreams, he's spinning the songs you gotta hear today. The Tim Kelly Show, Indie Wednesday, best new
broken me down, down into parts. Pick up the pieces without breaking apart. Fix all these thoughts in my head that's been haunting me. My heart is lost in the caves of regret. Forgotten myself, do I have to pretend? Break down the thoughts in my head just to feel a bit free. And I remember when you and I were more than friends. You and I, we fell apart. Now I can't decide if I can forget what we had. You and I could make amends. You and I could try again. Now I can't find you and I. Forgive all the past, the hurt and the lies. Make up for it and you won't need a disguise. It wasn't always me, those hurtful lies. We've been brave in the choices we've made to pick up our stuff and then start walking away. But I am looking back today. And I remember when you and I were more than friends. You and I, we fell apart. Now I can't decide. You and I. And I remember when you and I were more than friends. You and I, we fell apart. Now I can't decide if I can forget what we had. You and I could make amends. You and I could try again. Now I can't find you and I. You and I, you and I will never be again. We'll never be again. We'll never be again. You and I, you and I.
What a powerful song, and there's a powerful story behind it. You're going to get to hear it April the 1st on another Indie Wednesday edition of The Tim Kelly Show with my second radio interview with Shimmer Johnson from Shimmer Road. That is called You and I. Shimmer Johnson went to high school here in Branson, Missouri. Now she lives in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. She came to Branson for Christmas. We got to see her in Christmas time and actually get to meet her in person, and she's coming back next month in April as well. So about a week after the interview airs on April April the 1st, we're going to hook up with Shimmer Johnson again. It's going to be fun, and you're going to get to hear lots of great stories on that interview, so don't miss it. April the 1st, coming up in just a couple of weeks. Zach Hatton coming up right now with a great tune called No Name Town on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Indie Wednesday.
Just a no-name town with nothing around but heartbreak, with nothing here but time to waste. So I even try to stay, 'cause this is who I am. You may not understand at all. At all, at all, at all. It's just a no-name town, cornfield grounds, a country on the radio, where summers are hot and there's two-lane roads and whiskey to kill the cold. Everybody takes it slow. There's not a name that you don't know. When you're lost, you can be found in this no-name town. Just a no-name town, place is shutting down, 'cause it's hard to find the money. We work all week and take a seat in a church pew on Sunday. I know that I'm not perfect, I know I'll never be. That's why this here barstool is the place I wanna be. It's just a no-name town, cornfield grounds, a country on the radio, where summers are hot and there's two-lane roads and whiskey to kill the cold. Everybody takes it slow. There's not a name that you don't know. When you're lost, you can be found in this no-name It's a place you wanna leave, but it always seems to call for me. It's just a no-name town, cornfield grounds, a country on the radio, where summers are hot and there's two-lane roads and whiskey to kill the cold. Everybody takes it slow. There's not a name that you don't know. When you're lost, you can be found in this no-name town, cornfield grounds, a country on the radio, where summers are hot and there's two-lane roads and whiskey to kill the cold. Everybody takes it slow. There's not a name that you don't know. When you're lost, you can be found in this no-name in this no-name town.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
It started with a knock, a good night kiss, unanswered calls, no time, I guess. Your fingers on my skin, turning cold. Silence in the hallway when I get home. 'Cause you've been leaving for a long, long time, gently guiding me out of your life. turning all the love we had. Well, you made your getaway, cut your ties with yesterday. Now looking back, well, I think it's safe to say that you've been leaving for a long, long time, gently guiding me out of your life, slowly closing the door on the past you left behind, turning down the lights, turning on the love we had. Yeah, you're turning down the lights, turning on the love we had. The love we had.
His name is Delbert Clugston. That is called The Love We Had, and Kelly Miller turned me on to him. And thank you, Kelly Miller, for that. She's been hanging out here in our live on TikTok at Tim Kelly on Air from Harrison, Arkansas. Kelly Miller, awesome, awesome artist as well. And so is Delbert. And Delbert and I have booked a radio interview. You can check out my upcoming live schedule of interviews that are coming up at the bottom of the homepage at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. This next artist is on that list. Her name is Lisa Thornquist. This is called Rewind on KICR, Indie Country Radio, and The Tim Kelly Show on this Indie Wednesday.
Should have been raining when I met you. Would have been a better way to begin. But the day was so bright, everything felt so right. There was no way to know when you smiled at me, hello. We'd work out like a sad picture show. Rewind, I'm fine. This movie of me is all mine. I'm starting it over without you. No more sad story, unhappy endings bore me. I'm changing that next time. Back it up, rewind. Maybe you were so good at the love scenes that I just couldn't read between the lines. I was caught in a dream, like a star on the screen. When it finally sunk in, it was all just pretend. This little girl was gone with the wind. Rewind, I'm fine. This movie of me is all mine. I'm starting it over without you. No more sad story, unhappy endings bore me. I'm changing that next time. Back it up, rewind. There was no way to know when you smiled at me, hello. We'd work out like a sad picture show. Rewind, I'm fine. This movie of me is all mine. I'm starting it over without you. No more sad story, unhappy endings bore me. I'm changing that next time. Back it up, rewind.
Here we go. Tim Kelly on your radio. Fresh new country shining through. Indie voices made for you. It's the Tim Kelly Show. New country's best, let it roll. Indie stars and stories told. Radio interviews, heart and soul. The Tim Kelly Show, where new country takes control.
My little honky-tonk honey, as sweet as can be. Her good country loving is the kind that does it for me. She dances with me just right, and her kisses are yummy. She's looking good tonight, my little honky-tonk honey. Now Winnie the Pooh loved his honey too. He was a fool for that jar, no matter how far or what he had to do. He'd go from place to place and from tree to tree till he found the sweet stuff he wanted that was made by a honeybee. My little honky-tonk honey, as sweet as can be. Her good country loving is the kind that does it for me. She dances with me just right, and her kisses are yummy. She's looking good tonight, my little honky-tonk honey. Now when we go out, wherever we may be, there are beautiful ladies all over the place as far as I can see. But not a one of them, would ever do. Cause I tell her the one that I got is the best, and it's Y-O-U. My little honky-tonk honey, as sweet as can be. Her good country loving is the kind that does it for me. She dances with me just right, and her kisses are yummy. She's looking good tonight, my little honky-tonk honey. My little honky-tonk honey, as sweet as can be. Her good country loving is the kind that does it for me. She dances with me just right, and her kisses are yummy. She's looking good tonight, my little honky-tonk honey. She's looking good tonight, my little honky-tonk honey.
I love the classic and traditional sound of that great country song. It is called Honky Tonk Honey. That is Doc Martin, Robert Martin, if you want to find him on Facebook. And a great tune, and he's getting lots of airplay with that, and it's a pleasure to play it on the show tonight. I want to thank my special guests tonight, Wade Lynch and Chris Hughes, for being on the program. Tomorrow night, join me at 7 o'clock Central Time for a show we call Triple Play Thursday, where every artist on the show gets 3 songs in a row played. And my special guests tomorrow night are George Becker and Kimberly Kelly. You'll love those interviews and the stories behind the songs as well. Plus the music. There's always the music. Got lots of that tomorrow night on the program too. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me on and turn it up. Let me make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of